Hello, this is Mary Lane on the Buying Space channel. Today, I continue my series of the four Gospels, which are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I'm in Matthew chapter 26. Today, I read to you about the Last Supper. Now, the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying to him, "Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat Passover?" And he said, "Go into the city to such a man that say to him, The Master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples." And the disciples did as Jesus had appointed them, and they made ready for the Passover. Now when they even was come, he sat down with the 12. And as they did eat, he said, "Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me." And they all were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say to him, "Lord, is it I?" And he answered and said, "He that dippeth his hand with me in the dish at the same time shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born." Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, "Master, is it I?" He said unto him, "Thou hast said." And they were eating. Jesus took the bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to each of the disciples and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, "Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many of the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." And when they had sung a hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives. Then Jesus said unto them, "All shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I shall smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad." That was the Last Supper of Jesus Christ, the last Passover he had on earth. He'd had a Passover every year of his life, up until this point, because Jesus was Jewish and his family and his friends observed Passover. But instead of there being an animal slaughtered and the blood put over the door, since it had been done, since they were the last Passover, they were in Egypt. But this Passover forward, we don't have to slaughter an animal. We don't have to put blood on our door. We don't have to make endless sacrifice of animals and doves and rice and wine that are outlaid in Numbers. The book of Numbers in the Old Testament tells of all the times you need to make a sacrifice, and they are complicated and numerous. And the temple had been corrupt with people selling animals and goods for sacrifice, not only just for Passover, for every holiday, for every sin, for every occasion. There was a sacrifice, usually of blood, that had to be made. And instead of having to continue to make all those animal sacrifices, this last Passover, Jesus knew he was making the ultimate sacrifice, and his blood and his body were sacrificed on the cross for us. So never more do we have to make a blood sacrifice. Jesus atones for our sins. So that was the last Passover. We are getting ready to go into the crucifixion, the trials, the crucifixion, the betrayals, more betrayals besides Judas and his disciples, and where we come to his death. The good news of the Bible, the good news of the New Testament, the good news of the four Gospels is that Jesus rose from the dead. So while I'm reading these passages, keep in mind all this horrific stuff. These events happened to Jesus, but he conquered. On the third day, he rose from the grave. Thank you for listening. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Have a blessed day.